Seriously? Mwango gave a dog chocolate, and this happened in her last live stream. That was today, very early in the morning, Kenyan time. When I watched, I was like, what is she doing? Does she know that chocolate do not mix with dogs? Does she know that chocolate is very poisonous to dogs? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about chocolate, dogs and responsibility, and a hard truth conversation. That being that, watch this clip and see Mwango how she gave dog chocolate, and I'm not really aware that does she knows that this is not good. Watch it, then we dive deep.
Isaac wants some. Should I give you or not? You want? Isaac really wants something. Wow. Such a good chocolate.
Let us show love to this channel. Let us give this video a like. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator born and raised in a village setup with no jobs. At the end of the day, we do content creation to earn a living. That being that, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Let us turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos till the end without skipping any ads. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the individuals or the subscribers for supporting this YouTube channel, and I don't take that for granted. I'm really thankful. That being that, let me start these video slowly. This is not hate, this is not about dragging someone, and this is all about awareness, because when I saw Mwango give a dog chocolate, my heart dropped. Not because of drama, not because of views, but because chocolate and dogs do not mix. I believe most of the Kenyans or most people don't know this. So today's video we are going to discuss about chocolate, about dogs and chocolate. Because, you know, most people take animals, like here in Africa, not even in Africa, let me just use our village as an example. We see dogs as security. We give dogs remains of what we consume. That is actually that is what it is being done. And most of the homestead, and what I'm talking about is the right information. Most of these people who have dogs, they actually go to hotels, buy remains that people have just ate, and the remains are now being fed to dogs. That is what is happening. So we don't take dogs as pets. So that tells me that I'm tending to think that the reason why Mwango gave the dog chocolate is because she's not aware. In their compound back in the village, I've seen dogs, but that tells us that those dogs are not like pets, because in Western countries they do everything for dogs, and actually most of the things that they do for dogs, they're not the same that we do for, because they take care of the dog. The dogs stay inside their houses, but back here in the village, the same dogs are being locked outside, being rained on, being left there to idle around. That is what most of the people do. For me, I don't have any dog, but I know that chocolate is not good for dog. And if you don't know that today, you will. Because today, I've seen it good. Let me educate the audience. Let me just deliver the information the way it is. Let us understand something clearly. Because chocolate contains a substance called theobromine. Dogs cannot metabolize the theobromine like human can. People assume that, and I tend to think that even for Mwango, she assumed that because I can consume these chocolate, the same chocolate, I can give it to a dog and it will consume that chocolate, and there is no harm about that. And I tend to think that why did Pero not tell Mwango that chocolate is not good? Because we can see there is a lot of chocolate. Because Mwango herself said that even the mother, I don't know, the mother-in-law, she has been bringing her a lot of chocolates. So if that is what happened, that duration in a live stream, what about the entire duration where Mwango, she's not doing videos and she's all over without those dogs? To us, it is pressure. To them, it can poison a dog. Now, before anyone's become emotional, let us educate each other. The darker the chocolate, the more dangerous it is. Darker chocolate, very high risk. We have the cocoa powder, extremely dangerous to dogs. Milk chocolate, still risky. White chocolate, it is less toxic but still unhealthy. This is not my own opinion. This is veterinary science. And we could see the chocolate that Mwango was having had some 2 layers. Yeah, one was somehow brownish and another one dark one. There is a layer that it was dark, and there is that layer that it was slightly, I don't know, men, we are colorblind. Yeah, I think it is somehow brownish. Yeah, brownish. So the first time she actually pinched the brownish layer and then pinched that darkish layer and gave it to the dog. And it is very evident on the video she did. And this is where responsibility begins. When you own a dog, you are not just feeding an animal, you are managing a biological system that depends entirely on you. They trust you. Dogs don't Google, dogs don't research, they don't question. If you give it, they eat it. And that is what the dog did. Mwango gave it and it consumed it. So when a public figure gives chocolate to a dog on camera, it becomes bigger than a moment. And funny thing about this, it happened in a live stream. And I never saw anybody commenting during the live, especially the minions and cult members that belong to Mwango. They didn't tell her that this is very wrong. There is no way in that video where Mwango could pause and say that, I'm sorry for giving this dog this chocolate. So, because when you talk about public figure giving chocolate, it becomes influence, because someone watching may think if she did it, it must be fine. But reality remains, it is not fine. And that's how misinformation spreads. The next time, maybe kids will be watching that video, they will be like, I saw Mwango giving chocolate to dog. Let us even give us chocolate to dogs. Let us talk about symptoms. What happens when a dog eats chocolate? Most of the time, you get that the dog will start vomiting, having diarrhea, that is colic, restless, it looks like very tired, rapid heart rate, muscle trauma, and seizures. In severe cases, it can result to death. And it depends on the body weight. A small dog eating a small amount is more at risk than a big dog eating the same amount. Let us assume that that dog was big. So Maybe it ate small amount. I'm not saying that it will not harm the dog, but all possibilities are correct. So that is why education matters. Now let's analyze deeper. Was it intentional harm? Probably not. Was it ignorance? Possibly. But here's the thing. Ignorance does not remove consequences. If you don't know how to brake work and you will drive downhill, gravity does not care. Let us zoom it out. Pet ownership in different culture varies widely. In some places, dog are security because, like here in the villages, we take dog to be security, and I've talked about it. Here in the village, dogs are security. You throw for them, even we throw for them food. Yeah, we throw that. Simba come, we throw the food for it, and it will be eating from down. And in other families, in other culture, outdoors animals, but no matter the culture, biology is biology. And theobromine does not change nationality. Let us not take what we see being done in our villages, then we transfer that to the normal surrounding of the world. Let's actually now hear the deeper layer. When someone lives abroad, especially in Europe, where the Mwango she's in Poland, yeah, pet welfare standards are extremely strict. Veterinary access is accessible. Pet education is widespread. So if a dog given chocolate in that environment, people react strongly. I was trying to read on comment section and I could see a lot of people reacting about it. I was like, what? These people, they are much into it because it goes against established awareness. For people from the West, they know these, but yet the balance take. Before we crucify someone, we ask, was it a large amount? Was it repeated? Was the dog monitored? Was a vet contacted? If D. Mwango truly loves the pet, consult your husband Pero and tell, okay, I believe Pero noticed that, because reaction must be informed, not emotional. However, public responsibility still exists. So when you farm your life, you film your experience, and animals cannot defend themselves. So if you love dogs, you correct gently, you educate clearly, and you protect loudly. Let me speak directly. If you're watching these and you have a dog, do not give your dog chocolate. If you already did that, just know that is not good, not as a treat, not as a joke, not as a small bite. There are safe dog bites, there are safe dog treats, especially for those who are doing some dog training. They use those dog treats. For those who understand, they really understand about. So there is a dog friendly alternative. Chocolate is not one of them. Now let us go into psychology. Sometimes people humanize dogs too much. If I enjoy it, they will enjoy it. But dogs are not small human, because when I looked about in that video very well, D. Mwango, because she was enjoying that chocolate, she thought that even dogs will be enjoying. But dogs are not small human beings. Their digestive system is different. Their liver enzymes are different. Love is not sharing everything. If you think that dogs will love you because you are sharing everything that you consume, love is knowing what not to share. And this conversation is bigger than D. Mwango. It is about every content creator, because cameras amplify mistake and social media never forgets. So if something like this happen, the best move is not to silence. Go to veterinary or contact a veterinarian, and the best move is education. Imagine this. Instead of denial, you post, I learned something today. Chocolate is toxic to dogs. Please don't repeat my mistake. That turns criticism into leadership. Then that turns error into impact, and that turns reaction into growth. Now I want to calm something down. Nobody should threaten. Nobody should insult. Nobody should harass, because education is stronger than an attack. If the dog is safe, good. If it wasn't a large amount, good. But let this moment become a lesson. Let me break down dosage. Briefly, toxicity depends on dog's weight, type of chocolate, amount consumed. Dark chocolate has higher theobromine concentration. Milk chocolate, less but still significant. Cocoa powder, extremely high. Even small amount in tiny breeds can be very dangerous. When I'm talking about tiny breeds, we have like Chihuahua, we have like the Spitz. Those people know about these Maltese. Still, Maltese is a small dog. Yeah? If a dog eats chocolate, here's what to do. Calculate the type and amount. Monitor symptoms. Immediately contact a veterinarian. Do not wait for severe signs. Timing matters. The earlier you act, the better the outcome. Now, let me speak as someone who understands animals. Dogs forgive easily. They don't hold grudges. And this is one of the most intelligent animals. But we must hold the standard, because they cannot choose. This is not cancel culture. This is a rare culture, and let us take care of the culture. This is not character assassination. This is animal advocacy. Here back in the village, or here back in Africa or in Kenya, there was a time, those olden days, that dogs were being made to sleep, especially the dogs that were just feral, yeah? The dogs that were left, they were not having homestead. So you get that the municipality could put some bait, so that they poison the bait, then give it to some dogs on the street. So the dogs were like, actually they were sleeping forever, like in the entire town. And that morning they could just pull them, they go and bury them. That is what was happening. Nowadays, I see that habit is no longer. They're not doing that. So that means they have embraced maybe something like education. If you know very well that you cannot keep large number of dogs, what you do, you can choose to spay. Sometimes you can choose to neuter your dogs. For those who know about spaying and for those who know about neuter, it's just removal of the reproductive tract, so that for male they cannot produce the ejaculate, and for the female they cannot conceive. And the Mwango names enter these conversation, not for distraction but for awareness. If you are in the spotlight, mistake becomes public, but public mistake can create public education, and that is what I've done. And that's the opportunity here. Instead of gossip, we learn. Instead of drama, we teach. Instead of hate, we elevate standard, because at the end, it is not about chocolate, it is about responsibility, it is about influence, and it is about protecting creatures who depend on us fully. Let this be the takeaway. If you love your dog, protect its biology. If you create content, respect your influence. And if you make a mistake, correct it publicly. growth is louder than pride. And to everyone watching, Google before you feed, research before you share, and protect before you perform. Because views fade, but consequences remain. This is a real conversation, and thus the truth. Let me end my educative video from that point. Let us meet in the next reaction video. Goodbye.